from the heavens, high above. Great is his love for everyone. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Every heart be giving him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light. Justice for all who are oppressed. He made his ways known to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. As a father has compassion on the children that he loves, so the Lord shows compassion to the ones who fear his name. He remembers our days are like the grass, but his mercy never fades. His faithfulness will last. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Every heart be giving him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light.
I was singing mercy and justice to you, oh Lord. I'll make my song. I'll walk within my house with honor and keep my heart from doing wrong. I will say no wicked thing before my eyes are in my way. The proud will not endure with me. Truth and love will light my day. I'll stand in faith, I'll stand in grace, in purity before your face. I'll guard my steps.
All right, everyone. Good morning. How are we doing this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. Dan Masters, good morning. Ted, Salen, Mary, good morning. Lots of news today. We'll take a look at it. I need that Tradeify account, bro. What's up? Yeah, we're going to be giving away some Tradeify accounts. Tradeify just launched their Tradeify version 3.0. We'll talk about some of that stuff. So the market ended up running higher just at the 930 level, just at the level that I was anticipating it was going to go to, do an immediate rebalance on the 4 hour. And then what did it do after that? It went straight up. I had to get off and leave for an appointment, and I wasn't able to participate in any of it. A little disappointed. Georgette, good morning. Shane, what's up? Marcelo, good morning. RMP, what's up? We're going to open in prayer this morning, guys. We're going to open in prayer. What is this news? What is this candle at 848, 845, 844? Can somebody find out what happened there? Can somebody tell me what happened on the news that gave us that candle? We're going to open up in prayer, and then we'll jump into the charts. Father, we honor you this morning. We thank you for your leadership. Thank you, Father, that you direct our steps. Father, it doesn't get old saying this over and over and over because I am so grateful. Grateful for your provision, grateful for your leadership, your direction, your patience. Father, I am grateful. And Father, we just set aside this moment to acknowledge our gratitude to you this morning. Would you guys join me? And would you tell the Lord what you're grateful for this morning? So, Father, I thank you. I am grateful for the provision you've given us, the direction you've led me, and I pray that you would continue to direct our steps. I pray a special blessing, Lord, over everyone here. Lord, that they would be blessed in everything they set their hands to. Father, that they would know you more and more deeply from this point forward, that they would rely and trust in your leadership. In Jesus' name, and everyone in the chat said, amen. Well, today I'm wearing my Steward What You've Been Given t-shirt. Steward What You've Been Given. And today we're going to steward that. We're going to steward the resources we have. No tilting. No impulsion. I don't even know if that's a word. Is that a word? Impulsion? Impulsion. Trump made a post on X. What was the post? I don't got that. I removed mine. So I don't have it on my charts. All right, so what do we got? What do we have, my friends? Look at that. We have my favorite setups. An inversion. So we do have two fair value gaps here. So 1 and 2, we inversed 1. It's very plausible to retest this, and I anticipate at some point we're going to retest this fair value gap. But we're going to participate in this idea of going long. When you look at the 4 hour, where we are at here, this was yesterday. This gave away where price was going to go. Here's the immediate rebalance that I referred to this morning. I said if it comes back down and tags the London high and doesn't go any lower, that's going to be an immediate rebalance, and we should anticipate an aggressive candle to the upside. Unfortunately, I had to get off the charts, and I wasn't able to participate in any of that move. Slightly disappointing. But it did. So what does that tell me? It tells me that I was right. I mean, it builds confidence. That is a no, it's an immediate rebalance, Ted. A propulsion block is an actual down close candle. So if we go to the hourly, I bet you we have a propulsion block. Yep, it's right there. The hourly shows a propulsion block. So here's our order block. Here's our order block. We can go with the high. Let's go with this right here. This is more obvious, right? This is more obvious. Price comes down into that level right there. It comes down into that level, and it's either the very next candle or the candle after that you can anticipate an explosion to the upside. If you don't get it in the next two candles, it's not a propulsion block. So that's the thing that you got to understand. Not every down close candle is a propulsion block. We try to anticipate that it is by taking a long, but if it doesn't play out, then the answer is it's not a propulsion block. It is the NQ, it's the Nasdaq, right on the top there. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, let's take a look back at the 4 hour here. We've swept this high, and if you look left, we have a 4 hour fair value gap right here. It is the last one, and it's a sweep of this high. We swept it just barely. Okay, looking underneath here, do we have any fair value gaps? The closest fair value gap is going to be, we're going to move this to here. And then let's drop down to the hourly here. Relatively equal highs up here. Drop down to the 15 minute and we'll mark our Londons. London low's already been ran. London high's already been ran. So we're going to be marking midnight open. Midnight open has not been tagged. That seems a very attractive area for us to go to. We got a breaker to the downside. I am taking the 930. Nice. I'm holding it. See if it actually is going to go lower here. Ooh, everybody got lucky. I took that on screen. I didn't realize it. You guys got lucky. All right. It's not going where I want it to go immediately. All right. So I closed out. I might actually take this breaker though, Ted. I'm gonna check news here. Today's Wednesday, 8:15, 8:30, and 10 a.m. PMI. Okay. There's the drop. Yeah, 9:30 played out nicely. Played out really nicely. All right, so this is what I wanted. I want to see it come back up and hit this breaker. I'm going to let the 5-minute close. I'm going to see if the 5-minute respects this. We got an inversion right here that is overlapping with it. Looks really nice. So we'll see if it respects this. Go to the 1 minute. There is no fair value gap in this. You could consider this a data high. So that's what we're watching. We just inverse this fair value gap with this 1 minute right here. I'm not doing anything with it. No, we're seeing if the breaker's holding. It didn't do its work. I would have called. It would have done its work if it ran its low. If it ran the low. It didn't run the low. So to me, that's a failed breaker. Technically, it's not failed yet. So from a 5-minute perspective, we'll see where this 5-minute candle closes. And that will tell us more. But this candle, this is a unconventional breaker. This is an order block. And so the order block would fail based on it hitting the mean threshold of the order block, which is this red line right here. So if we go and close above that, then that means it's failed. Ideally, ICT talks about it not even coming up to the midpoint. But if it wicks through it and closes below it, he would still call it respecting the mean threshold. So since we don't have a fair value gap, that's the next best thing that we can look at is the mean threshold of this order block, which is the formation of this breaker. When's the giveaway? The giveaway will be probably around 10:30 is my guess. 10:30 or 11. One of the two. But yeah, we're going to be doing a giveaway on the Apex, or excuse me, Take Profit Trade. Wow. Tradeify accounts here today. I got 5 to give away. It is the body of an order block. It's the body of an order block, Howie. So we're using the order block, which is part of a breaker, in our decision making. So it violated the midpoint, so I'd say it's a failed breaker. Now, look, this is interesting. The 15-minute has a breaker too. High, low, higher, high. And we're at the order block right here. So let's do the same thing on this. And let's see if it respects the mean threshold. That's the mean threshold of this order block right here. Now this candle has this has 9 minutes left. But if we see price moving in the other direction, we can reasonably use that as confidence. But ultimately, I'm bullish. Long term. Not long term, but I'm bullish. I think we're in a bullish scenario, potentially looking at these equal highs. Did I mark our previous day high? I did not. And we're in a daily fair value gap. You just got to be present. Be present, and then I'll give you the instructions when we do it. First presented fair value gap was tagged. I'm gonna mark out. We're just putting some stuff that we normally don't put on the charts, and we're gonna the charts are a little bit different with these wicks right here, so we're gonna measure things a little bit differently. I'm measuring this rejection block, or this wick right here, and I marked the midpoint of it. We want to see if it's going to stay below the midpoint. That we would treat this as a rejection block if it stays below the midpoint, and anticipate that it's going to run for these lows down here. If we get above the midpoint, the consequent encroachment, and we close above it, we would anticipate that these highs are going to be ran. Oh. How did I do that? I thought that, okay, you're right. You're right. Thank you. No structure here, guys. We didn't sweep any lows. We swept a high over here. So we swept this is a 4-hour sweep. So I'm anticipating this is a safe high. I don't think we get up here. We just are in the rejection block area. Here, let me color this to make it a little more obvious. Okay, so we are in the rejection block right here. Yeah, I'm gonna treat this as a wick. I think this is gonna turn into a wick for right now. I want to anticipate this turns into a wick. Except I don't have any structure here. I have zero structure, so it's like taking a short and just putting a stop at this high. Sure, you could do that. Let's see if we can get another push higher here. If we can get another push higher to create a breaker, and then we'll look for something like this. But I'm not just, I really have a hard time taking these V-shaped trades. The only time I'll do that is when we hit liquidity. We had an example of that yesterday. I didn't take it. Where was it? Right here. I didn't take this. I was looking for it, but I literally had an appointment. I had to leave like right around here. So I chose not to do it because I didn't want to force a trade. It didn't give a single pullback. We got an inversion immediately on the 2-minute. There's a 2-minute inversion right here. And I just didn't take it. So when you have a key level that we come to, those are great. I don't think we've hit a key level. I think we're hitting a rejection block. So it could come back up and just make a higher high here. That's how price moves. Price doesn't go just like this. And when it does, I don't have a model to trade that unless it's a liquidity sweep. So I'm anticipating we make a higher high here. The only way I'll take a trade to the downside is if this turns into an inversion and it's obviously aggressive like this candle is right here. I would consider taking that. Because that's very directional. I'll be honest, I've seen more of these V-shaped trades in the last 2 weeks than I have in a long time, and it's quite annoying. It really is. It does create a sense of FOMO because this is not how price moves, but because of all the volatility in the market, it's just like up, down, slap you in the face. That's what's been happening. What's my risk on this? This fair value gap is 30 points. All right, let's see if it goes back up into this. All right, we're going to take a short right there. Back up into the fair value gap. "15-minute candles closing. I'll close it if we inverse this fair value gap, the first presented fair value gap. I'm considering if we turn this into an order block right here, if we close below this green up close candle, I may add to the position to target this swing low right here and this low right here. The other contract will be for midnight open. 982. Ooh, that's a jaunt. You think we can make it? Previous day high, retag of it. Yeah, I like it. I think it's reasonable. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable. We also have a 15-minute fair value gap sitting right here that's been untagged. And is that hourly? Was that hourly already tagged? The hourly was already tagged, so really it's the 15-minute that we're looking at. All right, I'm gonna add one more contract here. What is this wick? What is this? The new week opening gap, that's the midpoint. Let's see if it works. Close is a close above the first presented fair value gap right here. I'm feeling a retracement coming. Don't like it. Gonna keep the emotions out. Let the trade play out. I think so too, but you never know with the market we've been in. Trump may tweet something. He may just want to do a rogue candle to get everybody out of their positions and then drop. I think people still call it that. Closed right on the level. This is debatable. This is a debatable close here, folks. We're going to set the stop at this high. We reached up to the 5-minute fair value gap right here. We have an inversion on the 5-minute. A wick up. This would be perfect for just the continuation lower right here, if it's going to give it to us. Overall, it's long, but I'm playing the retracement down to midnight open, the hourly and the 15-minute, and the previous day high. All of this right here. And it's based on we had a sweep of a 4-hour high and anticipating price wants to come back and retrace a bit. $15-minute fair value gap is holding. We want to see this begin to sell off right here. Would love for this 15-minute candle in the next 3 minutes to turn black. I feel good about my stop placement. If we run the high, I would not want to be in it. We hit this lower time frame breaker. It's a 30-second breaker. Right here. We wicked into that, and my stop is just above that. So I'm hoping that this is a protected high right here, and we don't come back up into it. It could just be waiting for news to then drop. We'll see. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out, and that will be it for these accounts. It'd be a one and done type of trade. Yep, I'm holding through the news. Could this just be a slow death? Could it be a slow death? This is where the wick happens on the news. It comes right up into it. Or is that... We're already... Yeah, I see this wicking me out. Well, we'll give it a little more space. Why not? In case it wants to go right above it here. All right, stopped out. That is unfortunate. Hey, that was the plan. Followed the plan. That looked really good. That looked really good. I don't regret taking that. The only thing, what could I have done differently? Maybe I don't add to the position. I mean, but at this point, did this not look really good? Did that not look really good? It did. It did. I mean, we even had a 15-minute change in state of delivery in this candle and in this series of up-close candles here. Even on the 30-minute time frame, we closed above this or closed below that. That's, I mean, I still think we're going lower here. Just the retracement on these candles is just, you win some, you lose some, I tell you. Yeah, I don't think we have a breaker here. If it comes back down and into this, this would be another opportunity. A failure swing to the upside. We have no fair value gaps in this. Our sweep is right there. Our 4-hour chart is an inside candle with a sweep of the liquidity, asking for a retracement after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles. The hourly, the hourly even closed below this, guys. I mean, there's multiple reasons why that just looked good. Hourly close. Now, the hourly closed happened at 8 a.m. We're in an hourly or in the daily fair value gap too. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for what I could have done differently there, and I just don't think. I just think it's a loss. I think it's just a loss from a decent trade. And we give it every possibility, every possibility that we could of it allowing it to play out. Now this is where champions are made right here. How do I respond to a loss? Do I impulsively trade? Do I call it a day? Do I sit and be patient and wait for the next obvious setup? Do I allow fear to keep me out of a potential legitimate trade? Do I aggressively try to earn it back and get it back by taking, impulsive, high volatile candles? Trades on high volatile candles? This is where the character of your development really starts to show up. It's one thing for me to do it on stream, it's another to do it in private. I'm interested, if I get a displacing candle and I get a breaker here, I'm still interested in this. Based on that candle there. Or this wick down here. Those two levels. So if we come down here and do that, that's what I'm interested in at this point. What's up, Oda? Can I say Oda? Can I just Ota you? Ota? We'll say Oda. Yeah, I don't... We're fine. We're fine. I feel you, Ryan. I feel you. Mine's been stopped out too. We're going to do a giveaway here. We'll be doing it. I think we'll do it at 10:30. We're going to do the Take Profit or Tradeify giveaway at 10:30. If you guys don't know, Tradeify just released a new account style, 25K select and 25K growth. They also removed all of their monthly subscriptions, so it's just a one-time fee. They included immediate activations, which is really nice, meaning you pass your eval, you get your funded account immediately. You don't have to wait a whole 24 hours. So you can, if it's a great trading session, boom, you got it. Get that account and trade in the trading session that, has clean price action, right? So, and then they also included some elite live bonus pool rewards. So if you get your 5 payouts on a funded account, you're moved to a elite live account. And if you follow your rules and follow the plan, follow consistency rules, not only do you get your payouts, but you also are going to get bonus pool money, which is, it's a 1.5 multiplier. Up to a 4 times multiplier. So if you pull out, $2 $2,000, you're going to get a 4 times multiplier, up to a 4 times multiplier of that amount as a bonus. So they're doing some things to really help traders be more consistent and encourage the desire to go to a live account. I get that. I'm still not a big fan of going to a live account. I would rather trade funded accounts and then close it and then start over than go to a live account. But I see what they're trying to do. And they're making lots of changes, additions. Their last major update was over New Year's. They added the select plan. And then 3 months later, they're doing another upgrade. So they're doing lots of stuff to try to make it the most attractive to you and me. And I think that's a good thing. So we're going to be giving away some Tradeify accounts. But if you don't get one of those, with the code DTJ, you can get 40% off. That makes a 25K $65 and a 50K account $99. Why don't I like live accounts? Because they don't allow you to copy trade, or in most cases, I don't know, I'll have to verify with Tradeify, but I can't have 5 live accounts. I can only have 1 live account. Does that make sense? Motor racing? No, and I'm not a fan of instant funded accounts. I'll never tell you to buy an instant funded account. The only way I would tell you to buy an instant funded account is if the rules are better. That's the only way you should spend more money on something, if the rules are more favorable for you as a trader. But if you're spending more money for faster access to capital, then that's just a waste of money. 40%, yeah. It's a waste of money. And that's what instant funded accounts are. You're paying sometimes 5 to 10 times more to skip the eval stage to get a funded account with stricter rules. That to me is a waste of money. You can use one big account, but I like using multiple small accounts because it doesn't affect my psychology as much. So on this trade that I took a loss on, I traded it on 11 accounts with only 2 micros. So the loss is still large, but it doesn't feel as bad when you're doing small size, and you reduce your risk because it's across multiple accounts. So I have a less likelihood of blowing an account or having a major loss that could affect my psychology in a negative way. Right? If I added that up, 250 times, that's $2,500. If I had one account and I lost $2,500, that would feel a little bit different than losing $250 per account. Does that make sense? It's a psychology play. Yeah, I probably should update. All right, let's see if it changes. Ready? All right, tell me if it changed. At the top, does it say, did it change? I can't see it right now. Tradeify says 30% still, so I need to, yeah, let's refresh that again. Let's see if it changes. We're consolidating now. There's nothing going on here. There it goes. All right, it updated. No, we haven't done the daily affirmation yet. Yeah, it happens. It happens. But the good news is if it looks like this and we don't go higher, it's going to be a nice drop. Would I take what as a breaker? What candlestick is the breaker? I mean, right now, nothing looks good right now. Not even the breakers that I have marked out. No, I would not take that as a breaker. It's a valid breaker when there's sweeps of liquidity or massive displacement. So now if we get a breaker, this right here becomes more attractive. But even still, this right here does not look attractive at all. I could see that. I see a lot of different things that are just not attractive right now. That's stupid. That's just stupid. Disappointing. Should have dropped. It should have dropped for me. Yeah, slight complaining before I do my affirmation and straighten myself out. AMS, I'm sorry, my friend. I know that feeling all too well. Don't change anything then. Keep grinding. Any tips for when in first Apex funded account? For example, what kind of buffer to build? It's a great question. If this is your first time, get past your buffer of, in this case, it's 3,000, right? What, 2,000? 2,500 with a $2,000 limit drawdown. I think it's $2,000. Build your buffer to $2,000. Get to $500 and take your first payout. Don't build a bigger account. Don't build a larger buffer. Take the payout. Okay? Here's why. I could ask this 100 times. I could ask you, and we'll probably get 20, 30 people to respond that for people who's been in payout status and then because they didn't take a payout, fell out of payout status and then lost their account. Okay? So get into a spot of getting a payout and rip off the Band-Aid to take the payout. Okay? Once you do that, you'll be at your $2,000 drawdown limit, and then you start as a brand new account. It's still the same account, but you got your payout. Codester, what's up? Glad you're enjoying it. Sorry about the news. I would just open a different account and just trade a different account and just let it process. Would I still trade live? Yes. I have my live account open right now. I don't think they're going to go away. I think they're always talking about it going away, but I just don't think they're going away. Everybody, I mean, they're too profitable. There's zero news. There's zero news out there of people trying to say we need to get rid of prop firms. Yeah, I have a trade copier that I use. I use Apex's trade copier. I've decided that sometime in the next 12 to 48 months, I think I'm going to make my own copier. There's things that I like about that one, but there's things that I feel like could be improved on, and I'd like to do that. Way to go. Congratulations. That's a great feeling to become a grandfather, I'm sure. Kind of like having a child. But without the responsibilities. All right, 5-minute candle, swept this high and closed. First black candle there. I don't know what we're going to do. We're just inside this consolidation right here. You go into the settings on Tradeify, and you go to add-ons, and the first add-on in your settings is TradingView, and you just hit activate. No, I don't use Alpha Trader. I can't remember some of the details about them. I remember looking at them, but I don't use them. You can use Tradeify, the group copiers. It's a feature inside of it. I don't like it though. So are we hitting a breaker on the top of the 4-hour? Technically, yes. I mean, it's just a matter of time before we get a pullback here. I use Apex. I don't like paying monthly subscriptions on things. So TradeSyncer is a monthly subscription. I think there's another not Rhythmic, but Replico is one, and then Apex Trade Copier is the one I use. That's just the first thing that I bought. It was 150 bucks, and I've used it since then. I haven't had any issues with it. No, a giveaway has not happened. We do have a 1030 potential here. So if we dip down into this fair value gap, stop would go at this low, and you do a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1. So a 2-to-1 would be right here. 32 points. That's if we get in right there. All right, so we are in it for the, I'm going to put it on C1's low. Keep it tight because it could drop here. We're at a high. It's not my favorite 1030 setup, but it's here. So entry was here. Stop is 14 handles. It's a nice tight stop, so I'm not going to complain about it if we get stopped out. Yeah, so that 1030 didn't work. It did not look the most attractive, if I'm honest with you, because we were at the highs. I already thought that it was going to go lower, but it was there, so we took it. I think we might just drop here, guys. I'm gonna get in prematurely, and I'm gonna set my stop way up here, and I'm just gonna let the trade play out. I think this is a real possibility, and I'm gonna just let it play. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out, and that will call it a day. 23,982 is midnight open. This will be my final trade. So we did get a small breaker here, and then instead of waiting for it to come back up and tag, because honestly I've missed so many of the breakers just dropping straight through, I just took it on the close through. It's it's definitely a more aggressive entry. It still has the same qualifications. I normally would just wait for the retracement back up here to get a normal position into a fair value gap, because that's the most ideal way, and then look for the drop. But I didn't do that this time. All right, we're gonna look for midnight open. We're just gonna let this play out here. More than likely, I will be, even though we're gonna let this trade play out, we're gonna do the giveaway more than likely while we're waiting in this, or maybe we'll wait till after. We'll wait till after. Then we're gonna do the giveaway. There's the tag of the fair value gap. We'll see if it stays as a tag. I'm considering moving it to the high, but I decided not to. And there's a stop out. Guys, I'm on the wrong side. It is just not happening today. No. We are closing every account. We are not trading anymore today. That was my personal account. One contract. No. That's 2 wrong trades in a row. I'm not going to take a third. I'm going to call it two and done. 2 wrongs, and I'm walking away. We didn't even make a high here. We made equal highs. Nope. I can feel, if you can feel the frustration rising, that means lock the account. Lock the account. Check to see if I'm live. Yeah. Lock your account, folks. If you've taken losses, lock your accounts. Do not revenge trade. It's so easy to do that in these moments. We took 2 solid setups. Sweep of liquidity here, waited for a repurge of liquidity there. Got the displacement, took an aggressive entry, but even if we waited, we would have been stopped out immediately on the next candle. There was a 15-minute rebalance right here. Wow, just extremely poor. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wash our hands of that, and we're gonna do the giveaway. Okay, we're gonna give away some accounts right now. Let me go to the Nightbot here. All right, so if you want to be a part of the giveaway, you need to make a comment. Not yet, because I haven't logged in yet, so it's not gonna register those. Let's do active chatter. There we go. 10 minutes. There we go. All right. When you make a comment, if you say hi in the chat, tell me where you're from. And when you do, it will enter you into the giveaway. We'll give it a couple minutes, let everybody get in. Again, if you would like to participate in the giveaway, you have to sign up. You have to make a comment, I should say. All right. Here we go. I'm giving away 5 accounts, and they are either whatever you want them to be. You get to pick their Tradeify accounts, but you can pick whether Rhythmic, whether it's Tradeify. They just add another broker called Tradesea. All right, here we go. Let's do the first one. If you are a winner, Jamie, have you won before? Congratulations. Jamie, are you here? Well, you just got lucky. You got another. So you will need to send me an email, and then I'll give your email to them, and they'll give it to you. All right. So here's our second winner, RMP. Congrats. You got to send me an email, and then I'll give your email to them. Make sure you're already having a registered with Tradeify. All right, that's 2 winners. Let's do our third winner, Octavian. Congrats. Octavian, are you here? Way to go. Congrats. Have either of you 3 had a Tradeify account before? Frank, winner number 3. Frank, I haven't seen you here before. What country are you in? Just confirm to me what country you're in so I know that it will work. Norway? Yep, you should be good. 1, 2, 3, Frank. You got to send me an email. Tyler@thepurposedriventrader.com. All right, everybody. Last winner right here. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. We're waiting. The anticipation is building. Who is it going to be? And the winner is Ryan. Congrats, my friend. And that is it, everybody. So for those winners, I'm gonna put my email in there. You need to send an email to me here, and then I forward that on to Tradeify, and they will give you a 50K evaluation account. I don't even know, guys. I don't even know about this market. I am perturbed. I literally should log myself out. Or not log, I am logged out. I'm logging back in, but I'm going to see if I can. I thought you can lock these accounts. I thought they had that feature. Yeah, I wanted the lockout feature specifically. I hope some of you guys are green today. I am not. Yes, it does. It does. We have another 4-hour sweep right here. So I would want to see if this is going to sweep. So that high to that high, another 4-hour. And we got 3 hours on this candle, so what kind of discipline? Oh, Shane. Yeah, way to go, Shane. Yeah, March. I think March was hard for a lot of people. March was hard for a lot of people. All right, guys, we're going to call it a day. There's no reason for me to sit here. We're going to get off. I'm going to get productive, close everything down. We'll be here tomorrow. Be back ready to go. God bless, guys. Stay safe. Good trading. I love you all. Appreciate you being here. And we'll see you guys soon. Take care. I lied. I'm looking at the chat. We didn't do our stinking affirmation. The stinking affirmation. I have it here. So I'm back. I'm like, oh, end it. Affirmation. Dang it. So if you didn't disappear in the last 10 seconds and you're still here, well, congratulations. Congratulations. We are going to do the affirmation. And honestly, this is a great way to end today. This is a great way to end today. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. I mean, because of the actual topic. It's based on 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. Let me give it to you. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Godliness with contentment is great gain. That is what we are basing our affirmation on today. So are we going to be content today, or are we not going to be content today? You know what I'm saying? Let me go over here. Let me add this affirmation here. All right, here we go. April 1st, I am content in what God has given me, and I trust his provision for my life. I do not chase more. I steward what I have. Knowing contentment is true gain. Guys, I can't say, doesn't this feel good? Like, I feel emboldened even more so to walk the straight and narrow when it comes to trading right now. Isn't this good? Man. Or maybe you feel convicted. Maybe you feel convicted. And you're like, what the heck? I am content. Make this your confession of faith. I am content with what God has given me. And I trust his provision for my life. I do not chase more. I do not chase more. I do not chase more. I do not chase a green number. I do not chase going from red to green. I steward what I have. All right, I lost some money. I'm going to steward what I have left, and I'm going to be disciplined. Knowing that contentment is true gain. Knowing that the discipline in my ability to hold back, stop, and wait for something better, a different market, different conditions, is true contentment, and it is great gain. I'm taking this into today. I'm taking this for me. This is for myself today. This is for myself today, folks. This is a great one, especially with how trading has gone today. So, with that, guys, be blessed. Take a screenshot of this. Say it a dozen times. Here's the thing. When we get done with this, pay attention. When we get off this stream, here's what's going to happen. You're going to be tempted to trade again. So what do you need to do? You need to confess this again. You need to say it out loud again. You need to reject the enemy, that emotional little voice trying to convince you to, hey, just maybe one more. Look how good that looks. Oh man, you're going to let that go? That's too perfect. Are you sure you're not going to trade that? You're going to get the voice. You're going to get the voice, and it's going to scream, and your feelings are going to want to give in. This is your opportunity. I do not chase, I steward. I do not chase. I'm stewarding what I have left, and I'm going to steward it well. My rules are No more trades. My rules are I hit my max daily loss, I don't take anything else. My rules are after 2 losses, I'm done. My rule is after 2 green trades, I'm done. Whatever it is, you're going to steward what you've been given. Let's go into the rest of the day, just one day. Just one day, okay? Just try today. Try today to walk this out. Walk this out just today, okay? By tomorrow, you're going to be so grateful that you did. You're going to be so grateful that you did. Don't allow missed opportunities to create regret. No. Let's be content and let's be godly and good stewards of what we've been given today. All right. With that, God bless you guys. Stay safe, and we will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul. All within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Forget not all his benefits. He forgives all